Hello. Hi, everyone. My name is Judith Butler, and I'm the returning officer for the Student Union elections here in MTU Cork. So whether you're attending in person here today or tuning in online, I warmly welcome you to today's hustings. So in case you don't know, the main objective of this event is to provide you, the electorate, with a chance to listen to the manifestos of each candidate who has put themselves forward for the Student Union elections. It's an excellent opportunity to learn more about their goals and plans for the future and to make an informed decision when casting your vote tomorrow. So just to introduce the event, each candidate will speak for a maximum of 3 minutes outlining their manifestos. This will be followed by question time, and then finally each candidate will provide a 1-minute summary in reverse order. If you have a question for any of the candidates, please write it down and pass it up to us here. Vicky is just sitting here. Pass it up to us, but please write your name and your class on the sheet of paper. We will not call out your name or your class, but it's just to verify that you are a student. So, voting is online and will be accessed through an email link which will be sent to your mycit.ie email, and it will also be available on the MTU Cork Student Union website and all social media platforms. So voting opens at midnight and closes at 23:59 on Thursday, the 23rd of March. Now we also know that's racing day, but please make sure and prioritise polling day tomorrow. So although the link will be available before voting opens, access to the voting area will not be available until midnight. So please do not attempt to vote prior to this. So now it's time for me to introduce the 6 candidates who are running for election. So the first candidate is running for Communications Officer, and it's Alma Victoria Kraus, but due to course commitments, Alma cannot be here today. Erin Griffin is running for Entertainment Officer, but unfortunately, Erin cannot be here due to placement commitments. Projects Officer, we have one candidate running, and that's Conor Cody. And then for Vice President Education, one candidate, Oisín Gahan. We have one candidate running for Vice President Welfare, Eva Corcoran. And we have one candidate running for President, Isabel Kavanagh. So now each candidate will speak for 3 minutes, and I would ask you if you would give them your time and attention, please. So the first candidate to speak is Projects Officer, Conor Cody. So, Conor.
Right. Hello everyone, my name is Conor Cody. I'm running for the current Projects Officer for the Students' Union. And let's just say that, first of all, I do not want to be here. I just said I'm going to do this because why not? It gets better experience, looks good in the CV, and honestly, I really hope to increase the activity for MTU next year. Yeah. So I have a few points to go through here. So first of all, I want to talk about the breaks between the lectures. Sometimes people will have breaks maybe between lectures, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Hell, on a Wednesday, my break is 5 hours between my lectures. And honestly, I do nothing during that time. I don't study, I kind of am a last minute crammer. I just do it at the last minute, day before an exam or a test. So I want to find a way to make it more interactive for everyone around. Maybe yesterday you saw in the reception, there was people playing Wii Bowling on a TV. And I was wondering, what the hell is this like? So I said, you know what? If I have a break, I want to set up small little projects, small little things around campus that would be a lot more fun for students when they have free time. In case you don't want to study or if you don't want to do anything else, go walk around campus, find me, or find something that's interesting. You might see posters around on the notice boards. I want to set up events and fundraisers. I want to kind of get the local community in, you know, people from Ballincollig, more or less the primary and the secondary schools, bring them in, let them show the new arena, get all the interaction we can, get more publicized as a university as ourselves. I want to definitely interact with the student body more. I want to see if we can bring everyone in and, you know, make events more fun, especially for MTU next year. Because personally, my free time here in my breaks in first year have been a little dull. There's only been a few things around. Like we all have Shag Week, Rag Week, Safety Week, but they're the big events that are set by welfare. For projects, I want to set up smaller events more frequently around campus. The ideas I have in mind are, for example, in the common room, we have 5 pool tables. We could set up a pool competition, have brackets. If you think you're the best, we'll put money on the table. Maybe €5 entry, have a bracket, best of the best, 3 rounds, all that stuff. Set up more bingos, we'll have a sports day, little open days, and we'll do more general activities like raffles, fundraisers, and charity runs. Just making MTU next year a more fun and way more interactive place for, first of all, the coming new students and for current students here. That basically concludes my speech. I don't have anything else to say. Thanks for listening.
So thanks very much, Conor. So the next candidate to speak is running for Vice President Education, Oisín Gahan.
Perfect, thanks Anthony. Hi all, my name is Oisín Gahan. Firstly, a bit about me. So I'm 23 years old and I'm from Mayfield on the north side of Cork City. I graduated from the level 7 in Recreation and Leisure Management and the level 8 in Sport and Exercise. During my time as a student, I was an active class rep and I was also a part-time officer as communications during my time as a student. This year I've been your VP for Education and I'm rerunning for the position of VP Education this year because this year the role for me has been nothing short of fantastic and I've really learned so much, developed myself personally and professionally, and I feel like my time in the role isn't done. I'm running to continue the work I've done this year and I really want to influence and impact more ideas for students that will positively influence their learning. I also want to help individual students who have issues, as I'm always a point of contact to help them with their studies and any areas that I can direct them to. And one main reason I want to stay is I want to remain representing the student voice. This year I feel like I've done this, but I feel like there's a lot more to be done, and I feel like I can continue to do this to the best of my abilities. There's much more to be done in the overall student experience here in MTU. As you may know, we've had lots of change over the past few years, and as Vice President for Education, I believe I have a strong and important role, and hopefully I can be elected to do this again this year and represent the students in the student voice on every matter in the university. My manifesto can be found in full on my Instagram at Oisín for Education. My main manifesto points include a more student-friendly student calendar. So as we're all aware, there's constant changes with the student calendar as it is at the moment, and I want to work with the university more to influence and create a better student calendar for students that will positively impact their studies. I also want to look at more on and off campus events. So we have numerous events like RAG, Freshers, I just mixed them two together there, and there's plenty of events, the main ones that everyone knows, but I want to work with the other officers as well as the projects officer to influence and impact more different events on campus that students can get involved with and get more involved with the Students' Union and also other people in the student community. I also want to create more effective framework for class reps so they can be more engaged with the Students' Union. This year we've had a fantastic group of class reps, but I want to continue to develop this going forward and create a better framework for them. I also want to ensure that all academic policies and procedures will benefit you as a student. Many students won't have a clue what a policy or procedure is in the college, but there's many of them that can affect any one student, and I want to make sure that there's a student voice on each of these policies and procedures that are being developed, and I will be that voice for the students. A voice for me, Oisín Gann, number one for VP for Education, is a voice for representation for each and every student in our community, which is both vibrant and unique, as we have many different people from many different backgrounds. A vote for educational support. So, like I said earlier, I will continue to be that support for students. I will promise to stand up and fight for students. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. My Instagram is at Oisín for Education. Thanks very much.
So thanks, Oisín. Thanks. So the next candidate is running for Vice President Welfare, and it's Eva Corcoran.
Yeah, grand. Hi, so my name is Eva Corcoran, and a bit about me, I'm 22 years of age and I'm from Blackrock. I'm currently studying early childhood education and care, and hopefully I'll be done in May now, no repeats. So I'm currently completing my dissertation on wellbeing, so I suppose welfare is a role that I would be interested in, as I know how important positive wellbeing is and how our wellbeing can impact on us as students and on our education. So I know from being a student that we face a lot of rough patches, trials and tribulations throughout college life. So therefore I want to use this platform to make positive impacts on students' college experience. So one thing I want to focus on in my run as VP welfare is to create a trauma-sensitive campus. So I'd like to create trauma-sensitive training for all staff engaging with students, because I think this is so important. You know, we all remember those people who are there for us in our tough times, who are just a helping hand, a friendly face, someone to chat to. And I know that I have a few lecturers that have really helped me get through this course, and times when I thought I was literally dropping out. So I really want to be a person that can be there for students, have an open door that any students can come and speak to, and that all the staff dealing with the students have this training to just be really understanding where students are coming from and kind and welcoming for everyone. So this leads me into another aspect that I'm passionate about, which is focusing on building awareness around positive mental and physical health. And I think this can be achieved through trauma-sensitive approach as well, in which we learn to treat ourselves and to treat others with respect and empathy. I know that I've dealt with my fair share of lecturers, and those ones that are just kind, take that extra step to make sure you're okay before giving out about an assignment, maybe giving an extension, just really makes that difference in your success. And I also want to help students to have a really fun and enjoyable college experience. So I want more areas for students to chill out, because I know that sometimes it can be difficult to stay in college between lectures because it's just easier to go home because there's not that many places to chill out, chat with your friends, go get a coffee, sit down and do an assignment. For me, my college experience, most of it was online, so I didn't really get that really fun, enjoyable college experience. So that's what I want to create for students in my role as VP Welfare. So, thanks.
So thanks to Eva. And finally, we have one candidate running for president, and it's Isabel Kavanagh.
Hello everyone, my name is Isabel Kavanagh, and for the past year I have been the president of MTU Cork Students' Union, and I am running to be re-elected as SU president for the year 23/24. During my time as president, I believe that I have been a strong, passionate and hard-working representative for the students of MTU Cork. I have always ensured that the students of MTU Cork are represented to the highest of standards and that their voice are heard loud and clear on every board and committee in the college. Also, I have attended many protests, demonstrations, town hall meetings and college strategy events where I showcase the struggles that our students have faced as a result of the cost of living crisis. In my last term, I got the ball rolling on various projects, and I believe that if I am re-elected, I will be able to bring these projects to fruition and foster a better atmosphere and college experience for the students of MTU Cork. First of all, as we all know, parking is a huge issue for many students. Last semester, I started working with the college to secure a park and ride service for the students of MTU Cork. I hope to launch and sustain this park and ride service to ease the parking pressures for students for the incoming semester. During my term, I noticed that the MTU Cork buildings do not meet the needs of students. I aim to advocate and push for new social spaces to be added to the campuses, where students can chill out, relax with friends, study, or simply eat their lunch in a comfortable environment. It's great to see lots of new buildings being constructed, but I will strongly advocate for a wide variety of designated student spaces in these buildings. It's also evident that we seriously lack quiet spaces for students to get away from busy college life. I will ensure that the topic of quiet spaces will remain on every meeting agenda until these needs are met by college management. I'll also ensure that the needs of students of faith who need a place to pray and reflect will be met with the implementation of these spaces. Now on to the MTU Arena. The new MTU Arena has been described as a student space since its construction. I will ensure that this always remains the case. I will also ensure to work with students on keeping the cost of the arena as low as possible, and I will make sure that students get bang for their buck. Now on to satellite campuses. They often feel isolated from college life, and this is not acceptable. I will try my best and push for increased engagement with these campuses to ensure that they feel like they are part of the wider MTU Cork community. This year, I brought events such as Santa's Roadshow to these campuses, but if I am re-elected, I will work together with the Students' Union team to think of engaging events to hold on these campuses. I ask you to look around you. The facilities in the West Atrium do not meet the needs of students while eating their lunch. I aim to push the college to completely revamp this space and utilise the space better for the benefit of students. This would also include the addition of more microwaves, which I know is a huge problem for students here. Lastly, it is evident that students badly need access to extended library opening hours. I will engage with the college and push for this and for extended hours on the weekend all year round. These are just a few of the ideas that I have for the year, and I promise that if you vote for me, you won't regret it. Thanks a million.
So thanks to Isabel. So now each candidate will sum up their manifestos in 1 minute. So we're going to start with Conor Cody, who's running for Projects Officer.
So, to reiterate, I would like to definitely involve more of the students around campus, as well as the local environment. I want to increase activity between primary schools, secondary schools, and the student body. I want to increase the activities around campus, small projects throughout the campus, all around. I want to try and involve myself more in the arena, see if we can use the open courts there, book out some maybe, I know indoor soccer was very bad because Mervyn said so, but we'll try and organise some more sports within the campus. I need to check my notes, actually, I forgot this. As well as charities and fundraisers, I want to increase them more. I know there's some around the place, especially for RAG. We raised over, I think, €8,000 for the Eating Disorders Cork. I want to up that more. I want to put smaller charities together and put it into a larger pool and get as much money together for campuses and for charities all around. If you vote for me, I can promise I will definitely make the student body more interactive all around campus. Small projects, small activities, small games and fun around the place as well. If you vote for me, I will definitely promise you as much fun as you can next year in MTU. Thanks very much.
So thanks very much to Conor. And next up is Oisín Gahan, who's running for Vice President Education.
Hi again, I'll keep this very, very brief. As I previously said, I'm rerunning to continue the work I've done this year so far. I want to influence more, help more students and continue representing students. I believe there's so much more that can be done, and as VP for Education I can help MTU Cork Students' Union to implement more change that will be positively impactful for students all throughout the university. If you have any questions or would like to look at my manifesto further, again, another shameless plug at Oisín for Education on Instagram. And remember to vote Oisín for number 1 for education tomorrow. Enjoy race day, be safe, and for anyone, just make sure to vote beforehand because you might forget during the day. So thanks.
So thanks to Oisín. And next up we have Eva Corcoran, who's running for Vice President Welfare.
So just to recap, I want to create a trauma-sensitive campus, training for all staff, engaging with students, positive impact on all of students, college experience, awareness around positive physical and mental health, more areas to chill out, and just an overall fun and enjoyable experience for students. So my Instagram is eva_VP_welfare, and don't forget to vote tomorrow. So all of you at race day, I'll be there too, so no excuses.
So thanks to Eva. And finally, running for President, Isabel Kavanagh.
Look guys, as I said before, it's time for us as students to rise up and fight for our rights, and if you have me as your representative, we will do just that. I can't do it without you, and Níniarca Curla Kayla, there's no strength without unity. So if you vote for me, I think that we'll make a great big team and we'll get some change in this college that is badly needed. Thanks a million.
So thanks to Isabel. And just a final word, thanks to all the candidates for presenting today. And I would also encourage you to check out the candidates' online campaigns for additional information. If you need further clarity on any of the points made by the candidates, or if you have additional questions for the candidates, please remember that you can contact them directly. Their contact details are available on the Student Union website. So now we're at the end of the hustings for 2023. And again, to remind you to do exercise your right to vote tomorrow. And just to remember, polling day is tomorrow. Not only race day, but polling day. So I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you, the audience, for tuning in, and to thank the candidates for the speeches, and indeed for putting themselves forward for election. Gurmila Mahagad.